it goes. Yeah, we're gonna have those black rims around the screen, and that kind of sucks, but aside from that, should be okay. Oh my god. The setup is a mess in here. I'm trying to make sure I avoid all the cords and stuff. Okay. Alright. Yeah, it's my sound alert thing, because I still haven't set that up. Okay. So we're going to have a little bit of fun tonight. I mentioned in a previous short video that I wanted to do a Wii U day, where I just... Oh, my controller turned off earlier. Where I just go through and stream a bunch of Wii U games that I really enjoyed. Because I do still like this system. I spent a lot of time with it. I really supported it. It was the main HD console that I used for a while. So, got some fun memories with it. So, I'm not going to get through all of them tonight because I am starting pretty late, but I've got roommates trying to make plans and stuff for tomorrow, so I'm trying to do this in a way where I can maybe get some done tonight, and then I won't have as much to do tomorrow when I want to do the rest of them. So, what I'm going to start with, and all the ones that I'm playing I actually have physical copies for. I really like these blue cases, and the Wii U discs are just... I've mentioned this in some of my YouTube videos, but the Wii U discs are just really nice to hold. I really like them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which was actually the first game that I got with the Wii U. Was one of the reasons I was excited for it. Just to finally get... Because for a while on the Wii, there were Call of Duties, but they weren't graphically on par, and they were missing content, and some things were gutted in it. They had to make compromises, essentially. And so, at least when this initially came out, it was like, okay, finally, a Nintendo console is getting Call of Duty like the way it's meant to look and play and feel and everything. It was a little lacking in the DLC department later. All that it ended up getting was the Nuketown pre-order bonus map. Eventually, and that wasn't even at the start. But in terms of just like all this, the content that was like on the disc or like at release, it was all there and it was all intact and it was all really nice. Black Ops 2 remains one of my favorite Call of Duties as well. And it just had a lot of interesting stuff going for it. It was the first Call of Duty that wasn't the past and it wasn't modern. It was a near future, and that was exciting at the time. And so that just like the guns, the kill streaks, and like how things like that sort of worked out. And also, it had an interesting campaign, and I'm pretty sure it's still the only Call of Duty to do this, but the campaign had multiple different endings, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to play it today. Because for the longest time, I did play through the campaign once all the way through, and I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. But some of the things that I know I can do differently are like really easy to do. And so I feel like I could very easily get a different ending on this thing. Like frickin' literally 10 years too late, I think, because this was the 2012 one, if I remember correctly. So yeah. And also I'm just generally curious to see if anyone's playing. I think I saw something along the lines of like 13 people still playing this game on Wii U. Which, like, obviously if you get on like a PS3 and like probably especially Xbox 360 or even like PC, like definitely on PC, there's definitely a good amount of people playing, I'm sure. But Wii U, it's not so much of a guarantee. Oh, that's right, and I had a preset, so it goes to the multiplayer. Yes, I want to use my Pro Controller and not the shitty gamepad. Yeah, as a disclaimer for this, I can't really play any games that require the gamepad, like Zombie U or anything like that. My gamepad is absolute shit. I have my Wii U console like down here, and then my gamepad is on the floor, like on its stand, like pointing towards the system. And it can only stay like a few inches away from the system before it just fucks up and can't connect. So it really sucks how much this system relied on the Wii U gamepad when the connection gets shoddy and you can't use the gamepad very much. Like, even if you go into the Wii U settings menu, you like have to do everything on the gamepad, and it's really, really annoying for me. So I could do local, but oh my god, there's 30 people online! Wow, that's like 3 matches worth. I'm not gonna jump right in, but I'm curious. Yeah, this is the one where they tell me. Okay, so 23 out of 23, and then there is... Did you just lie about those extra 7, or what are they doing? Okay, so half of them are in Team Deathmatch. 9 are in multi-team. Interesting. It's very interesting. Players 6 to 9. Oh, 3 teams, 3 players each. Huh. Wow, they really reduced the player count for multi-team. This was another cool thing, because I don't think other Call of Duty multiplayers had multiple teams. And that was a really cool thing that made me harken back to the days of like Time Splitters 2 or something there, where they had a few modes where you could be like blue, red, yellow, and green teams, and that was really cool. So I really didn't explore that as much as I probably should have, but you had the option to like make some modes too, so I made like some multi-team stuff. Okay, so that's cool. And I got the, yeah, I changed my emblem to the Switch logo before I stopped playing this for good. Level 41 Prestige 4, yeah. M81 Mastery, Lightning Strike kills, Career kills 5. Alright. So get out of public match. Yeah, no one's doing league play. It says there's 30 online, but only 23 are in public match. Okay. So I'm gonna try and do this, just for a bit of a warm-up before I jump into anything else. Set up game, change map. I don't know if I want to do Turbine. And Nuketown's in every single game. It would be cool to do Standoff, because they added that to Cold War eventually. And would be fun to revisit that. Standoff was just one of my absolute favorites, if not my favorite map in this game. And this game has a lot of good maps that I really liked. Slums is in everything. Raid eventually got in there too. I really like Overflow for some reason. Just like every time I come back to this game, I'm like, I want to play on Overflow. Hijacked, of course, but Hijack's kind of... Drone is just the very Black Ops 2 map. Like, it's never gonna... Like, honestly, I think the only map I didn't like in here too much was Carrier. Or, well, it's... I don't know, there's just like one position that I liked in it, and I don't know, it just didn't leave much of an impact as a set piece compared to these other places. Yemen would kind of be nice. I guess I'll just start on Standoff. Team Deathmatch is fine. How many can I do? 5 on 5, that'll be good. Okay. And let's go. I should still have some saved classes in here from the good old days. Just hope my eyes work. Been up a long time, and I may have had a little too much to drink earlier. So I've got the Vector, that's good. AN94, LSAT, S12, M81, yes. Gotta go for the M8A1. I've got a gold one here.
You are cleared for contact.
Got that select fire on it.
We've taken control.
This was back when I wasn't too big on burst weapons, and I kind of still am not. Hi there. Gotta get used to this Pro controller again. Whoa!
Target check.
Thank you, sir.
Drop. Topping off. Stand by.
The buttons are moved around a little bit on this version, because if you know Nintendo controllers, they have A on the right instead of at the bottom. And so they just kind of rotated everything around. One button to accommodate that. Which they didn't used to do. They back on the Wii in those games, they generally stuck with that, with the common control scheme. But I think with okay. But I think with the they're just like, alright, fine, we'll do it your way. But it's fine. I got used to it. I generally have the ability to pretty easily switch between controller and just going like, okay, I'm playing on this system, press these buttons, got it. I can generally switch between them. Like, for example, switching from like Switch or Wii U controller to an Xbox controller, like A and B is totally fine. I'm well aware of what I'm doing. What I'm less familiar with is the X and Y flipping. That's actually what bothers me a little bit more. Like I'm too used to the Nintendo one, and so every time I'm on an Xbox controller playing a PC game or something, it says X and Y. Gotta double check myself because I'm not really sure. Hello there.
Topping off. Stand by.
I do have the TV volume on pretty low, so hopefully you're not hearing any like double audio or anything from the TV.
Loading.
Also have Cap 40 secondary here I can try to use for a bit. Or not. Most people will remember this thing was pretty OP back in the day. Oh, that's not a good spot for that. I think I remember grinding pretty hard to get gold on this. I think this was the one, because if I remember correctly, local was the one where you just had all the camos unlocked and can put anything on there, and for custom games you have to use like your own stuff. Oh, hi there. Oh, you stuck. Yeah, this Wii U Pro controllers were just like ultra wide for no reason. I don't get it. It's not even like a big hands thing, because it's not like the Switch where like A, B, X, and Y are especially big. It's just really wide, and I don't know why. Someone just died over there. Whoa, hi there. You know what I can do? It's been so long since they had this feature. Dolphin dive! Been all about sliding lately. Oh, hi there. Oh, he didn't fall for that. That was down in there.
Changing.
Oh no! Oh, the shield guy. Oh no. I would, Is he coming? No. Okay. Normally I would throw the Semtex onto the shield and just kill him that way, but I already used my Semtex, so. Oh, that should have been a headshot, I thought. Maybe it was a little low. Oh no, he's here.
Concussion out! Concussion out!
That one got him. Nope, nope, he's not falling for it.
Gun down!
Oh god, go through the door. Oh, oh, they actually go for the knife. Oh no, knifing was weird in this game. Did you get him? Oh, someone got him. Where's the shield guy? That's what I'm concerned about. But I've got a Semtex for him. If he shows his... Ah! Oh, I see.
Concussion out!
Oh, okay. Well, that was just terrible.
Changing!
Oh, man. Whoa! I do... Ah, okay. I do like the normal orange look of this gun, too, but, I mean, gold isn't bad. I generally like the gold skins that Treyarch does. They tend to look a little better with, like, the black accents instead of just making everything gold like Infinity Ward tends to do. Gotta have some style to it.
Tac reload!
I'm not sure how long I want to play this, because, I mean, it's a nice trip down memory lane, but
Concussion out!
there are also some other games I want to get to. If I can do at least one other game tonight, maybe two, that would be pretty good. Ow! Okay. Long stuff. That's not freaking working. Not that they ever really do.
He's gone.
Although I can't hear all too well myself with the audio turned down for the betterment of the stream. So I was thinking of maybe doing a multiplayer match while there's people, but take that.
Changing!
Ow! Oh, he's using... Oh, I love that gun. I forget what it was called. It just like had like 3 or 4 shots in a shotgun, and then you would just rotate the magazine and do it again. Yeah, we're getting close to the end. I think they just got him. I don't know, the sticks on this controller still feel pretty good, honestly. They're pretty smooth. Really nice for making adjustments.
Threat neutralized.
And also this TV in my secluded space here doesn't seem to have much input delay or anything, which is good.
EKIA.
This is the same TV I played like Pokemon Legends Arceus on a while back and stuff, so we're back
Good job,
down here in this
Stand
setup.
by for further orders.
Oh, he's right there.
Shooter in range.
Got him. Okay. I think I would honestly like to try like one multiplayer match. while there's people, and we don't want to wait too long for that because it is already like semi-late here, and if we wait too long, it'll be like people with more sus connections and well, in other parts of the world most likely, and so all right, but yeah, hooray, public match. So what do I have in public? Okay, Scar H. Scar H isn't bad. The Vector, oh, I love the Vector in this game. Oh, the LSAT. The LSAT was fantastic. As you can see, I got that to gold, so I really like that. The R870 I got to gold. Well, shotguns, it was like really easy to get to gold because it was all like just one-hit kills, I think. And M81. Oh god, yeah. I just noticed some of the class names, I'm sorry. Oh, this one's wrong. I think I had like the Type 63 or something on there. And then Squid Launcher, Vector. And I think that one's wrong too. R8 set, yeah. You what, mate? Yeah. An AN. W. Oh yeah, M27. Oh, I had the KSG, because I think, honestly, the KSG was the only shotgun I hadn't gotten to gold yet. And so I was trying to get the diamond or whatever from doing that, and I didn't, so. Yeah. Oh yeah, shock charges were good. Oh yeah, and this MC. Oh, I have the crossbow in that class. Interesting. RPG, crossbow. Yeah, the MSMC was just really good. B23R. Okay. This is going to be a tough choice. So both the Scar H. Think about something I can actually help with. PDW, I don't know. I like tried to use it, but I feel like it's actually not very good. Okay, so M27 was just weapon prestiged last time I played, and then Scar H is weapon prestige 1 and still working. Okay, so I should probably do either Scar H or M27, which honestly isn't bad. Alright, let's try to get on that team deathmatch. 6 out of 12. So either there's one full game and then one game that's struggling, or hopefully the players are evenly distributed between those so everyone can have a good time. Oh no, the multi-team people left. Where'd they go? Oh no. Well, now it says 23 and there's 14. Okay. We have to go before it gets worse. And this menu music was just really cool too. One of the few menu musics I really like. Well, you brought up some maps, that's cool. Come on, man. You said you had 14. Or was that a lie too? Any friends on? Ah! Okay. Now we're going to Express, alright. I've been playing that in Cold War, so I'm still familiar with the map and everything. Although I doubt I could forget any of these maps here, really. Watch the Treyarch message of the day for important information. Yeah, I'm sure they're still updating that for this 10-year-old game.
Shut up!
I'm gonna try the M27 because M27 is actually what I used in my. Maybe that was a mistake because this isn't gonna have any attachments on it. And I don't know if this is a place to start. 2 minutes. Okay. Let's try to go somewhere else. think the train just went by, so... Oh no, no vault animations. It's that old. Okay, it's on.
New mag!
Oh shit, there's someone upstairs. Ah, not a good throw.
Concussion out!
Okay. Ah, yep, I should have been watching over there. Instead of not crowding the steps. Okay, got that guy.
Stitched him up.
Oh, just my position here.
Enemy down.
That should be good, hopefully. I tend to lean forward when playing games like this. Teammate.
UAV inbound.
Oh, God.
Grenade, move!
Ah. What? Why were you prepping the Semtex? Why do you give me the frickin' throwback prompt if it doesn't throw it back? Okay, I see him up there. Haha!
That's another kill. Reloading.
Oh, I saw it.
Concussion out. Sticky out. Concussion out.
Okay, I'm sorry, teammate. I'll go somewhere else. Seems like we got that side. I'm an Avenger and I assembled. Let's go in here. This is a terrible idea. Oh no, no, don't be stuck, don't be stuck.
On your feet!
Jeez. Good time. Good, got that guy. I'm sorry. Oh, I got a UAV. Call that in.
Friendly UAV inbound.
I believe this was the game that introduced UAV assist points, and that was a
Hostiles
very
have
nice
destroyed
thing.
your UAV.
I appreciated that. Oh! Almost didn't burn that. Oh, blinded. Did you have my gun?
We're winning this fight.
Oh. Some bad looking glass there. Okay.
Hostile UAV above.
Oh, the lighting in here is so different. Someone just died there.
Friendly UAV inbound.
They're gonna flank me, I just know it. Okay, we won. Hey, and I went positive, alright.
Complete. Nice job, grunts.
Oh. Yeah. That was another interesting thing about this, because this game had so many control options. Because, not only did you have, like, being able to completely play multiplayer on the gamepad, which I did enjoy for quite a while, but you had Pro controllers, and since the Wii U was backwards compatible with Wii peripherals, you had Wii Remote, and you can even use the Pro controller, or the, I guess, Classic Controller, or Classic Controller Pro, they called it, that would connect to the Wii Remote. So you had that old Retro Pro controller, or you had motion controls with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. So, just a staggering amount of control options. They want to go back to Express. Let me try to get a different map. That was only like half a match, so maybe do another one. It hasn't been too long, I don't think. Overflow, nice. Okay. But yeah, oh man. When I first got the Wii U, I just played the shit out of this game on gamepad. It was so nice. Just had like nothing stuff on TV and just like sat on the couch with my gamepad and played this for like hours on end. It was awesome. Okay, so the issue with M20, that gun right now is it doesn't have attachments on it. This one has a target finder sight.
Stay alive.
Looking through a freaking telescope and we don't have any peripheral vision. But target finder in itself is helpful.
We're winning this fight
here. Whoa. You're getting attacked by somebody.
Sniper!
Teammate in here just got killed. Oh yes, we're the good faction. I believe it's ISA. They got the pupper icon. We are the puppers.
Friendly counter UAV inbound.
Whoa, that was interesting. Oh, that was all headshot. Oh, if I need those for something, then that helps. I think I'm still in headshots with this, since it doesn't have gold, and I don't think this is any of the interesting camos.
Sniper!
But it's been a while. Teammate just died there. I think I saw a guy over there. Okay, they probably just moved further up. Which I will follow. That may not be the best idea.
Concussion
Okay,
out!
hit someone.
Sticky out!
Nope. That's always how it goes, isn't it? Stun hits, but the nade doesn't. Oh, I know I'm here.
UAV inbound.
They're behind me. And
Hostile UAV above.
No. Oh, get fucked. Oh my gosh. Still got it. Oh no! Oh no!
Reloading.
Okay, I can get him. Hold on. Oh no. The screen bounce got me a little too well. Oh, the motion control around the corner. Look at that. I don't know. I tried it for a little bit back. I want to say back in like Black Ops 1. I tried on the Wii. I tried the motion stuff for a while. And I did it generally with games like Conduit 1 and 2 back on the Wii. You kind of had to do the motion controls. They were built around that. I mean, Conduit 2 had a pro control option, but I don't know. It just didn't feel right there. But I did give it a try. But in terms of Call of Duty, it's just at the point where I've just played it with a controller so much that anything else is weird. Like I even tried like mouse and keyboard with it on PC for a while, and it's just weird. I know generally that mouse and keyboard's better for FPS games, and like other FPS games on there, I'll play. Well, almost any of them, because I found playing Halo Infinite with a controller is pretty helpful. I get to sell someone go that way. Didn't get any. Okay, we're dropping off here. There we go.
He's done.
Another headshot? Come back. No, I thought I heard the headshot sound. Okay. Oh shit! Is that him again? Wow. Oh, look at you and your diamond MP7. Okay, I need to find someone else. Oh my god. Do they all just have the same skin? Or am I literally running into the same person? Ah! Shit. That was an unfortunate spawn. Look at how you can just spam that. The thing I don't like about it, I don't know if this is actually true, but on those kill cams, it looks like the hit marker stays in the middle, even when you're moving around, and I would not like that. Uh-oh. Oh, good job, teammate.
Gun down.
Oh. Is that just Sparks, or is there someone? Oh, there's someone there.
Stick out.
I destroyed a shock charge. Good job.
Hostile UAV above.
And I'm falling behind a bit here, which sucks. Did I help? Okay, come on. Someone's got to be able to get him.
Be advised, hostile hunter-killer drone inbound.
Oh my god, what was that? Is that a texture glitch? Oh shit, hunter-killer was trying to hit me. Fun fact, hunter-killer just may be my absolute favorite kill streak of all time in Call of Duty. Are you still up here? Someone else might be shooting me. Again, I can't hear too well, so I'm a little crippled here. Bear with me. Okay, I think they're up here. Ah! No, I'm pretty sure that's the same guy. I'm looking at the calling card too. Oh no. There's the guy prone on top of the stairs too. Jesus. Okay, I would like to spawn on the other side of the map. Can we do that?
Transitioning.
Okay, I know not to actually go down. Oh, we might actually have it though. Teammate just came from upstairs. Over. No.
Hostile UAV above.
Okay.
It's down to this. Pick it up.
Yeah, it's not looking too good. The head glitch spots. Oh.
Topping off. Stand by.
There we go.
Threat neutralized.
Be advised, hostile hunter-killer drone inbound.
With a headshot, apparently. I didn't think. Uh-oh.
Got a threat.
Oh my god, the same guy! Oh my god. What is that? I hit him. Okay, someone got him. Woo! There we go, I needed that. Oh no, yeah, my aim is absolutely terrible there. Okay. Brought it back a little bit, but still a little under, unfortunately.
Mission profile has
Oh
not
well.
been achieved.
Oh no. That was a cleverly hidden bouncing Betty. And those were pretty OP in this game. But we got to be ISA again. That's good. That's fun. Oh man. Okay. Oh, I ranked up. Cool. Party fine. Oh, neat. Wow. Alright. That is amazing. People still playing this 10 years later on a dead console. It's only 20 now. Oh gosh. Okay. Kind of already spent a little more time on this than I would like, but I would kind of like to get at least a little bit of campaign in to get that started. I mean, you need to turn up the volume on that, though. Just a teeny bit. If I want to be leaning forward like this, I'm just making sure the... There's another... Okay. So this is the actual start menu, if you're not familiar with the game. Turn on the cool glasses. Welcome, David Mason. Campaign options. Graphic settings. And just safe area and brightness. I would like subtitles on for campaign, thank you. Yeah, load by default. Yeah, I had multiplayer on by default, because what else would I put it on? Notification alerts. Like what? Okay. That should just be for campaign, right? Considering I... Okay. So yeah, let's get a new story. You're about to begin a new campaign which will overwrite previous campaign. Are you sure you'd like to continue? Yeah, it don't matter. I'd like to think regular is fine. Okay. Oh, it's been so long.
Let's move out! Secure the building. Secure the building. Move in! Go, 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 go!
Scout every inch of the vault, sir. Except this room.
Safety's on, dipshit. Hey, old man. Was Raul Menendez here today?
Sergeant Woods. Raul Menendez is the leader of Cortes Dia, and the most dangerous terrorist since Osama bin Laden. Fucking waste of time. Guy's a
That other guy's
vegetable.
face
Back
actually
off.
looks pretty good.
All he said was, mi hermana. That's Spanish for sister, dipshit.
Josefina! Those are great missions.
You boys better get your shit together. He's gonna attack.
If you have information about a threat to national security, you gotta tell us.
Turn the camera on. Your old man. He's doing okay in Alaska. Fucking Hudson showed up.
Dad, I'm scared. I need help.
You're 7 years old, David. Stop acting like a baby.
Damn. Damn.
David, wait.
Oh, you dumb kid. Damn.
Lieutenant Colonel North, NSC. You already know Jason Hudson.
What are you doing here?
Yesterday, Sergeant Woods led a covert team to take on an arms smuggling ring in Angola. This morning, we lost contact.
So go get him, CIA. Why are you here?
Castro and the Russians are all over Angola. We can't go in. The CIA have buried the mission. Woods and his squad no longer exist.
We got whatever you need, Mason. Name it.
David can stay with Jenny, like before. She loves having him. He'll be fine.
Dad, you said you'd never go back to the army. You
You
promised
just told him to.
It's Uncle Woods, son. He'd do it for me.
Whoa. Saving. Ooh. The mission briefing screen. One will appear prior to each mission, identifying the key objective. You can also customize your loadout for this mission by pressing Y or simply enter the level with the default loadout. You may also press X to check your career record. Okay. The foul. How much can... I also don't think this is a thing in campaigns. So they just like went all out on campaign on this. And then also the multiplayer was great. And zombies was interesting. I could have an foul. That's probably fine. Perks access kit. Huh. Oh, okay. Alright, let's do it.
They found where I was being held prisoner with a spy satellite. One of them KH-9s. This baby, it shits out a film canister 12 miles up. And the C-130 comes by, snags it at about 30,000 feet. This was not the digital age. This film had to be processed, analyzed, and delivered, all by hand. Our dog in a fight. This guy named Jonas Savimbi. You think I'm fucking nuts? This guy.
Oh no.
Savimbi, you gotta help!
Oh, this guy.
Right! Damn it!
I think he's gone, man.
Sometimes it's too late to save a man. Let's move out before we join them in death. Multiplier means the MPLA is ready for attack. They want a fight! We give them a fight! Move out!
Mason, you copy? Go ahead, Hudson. MPLA forces advancing on your position about 1 click north.
Hey, we know! Savimbi's leading a countercharge.
He's got balls on your back.
What about Woods? Do we have confirmation on his location?
They've been moving him from one location to another. We expect Savimbi's men to report back soon.
The motors have stopped! Here they come! Here they come, my brothers! My brothers!
Oh, is this a full auto? I think the foul was. It's not in the context of
Nice work, Hudson. There's a couple of MG trucks targeting you.
I can't make another pass till you take out those MG trucks.
I'm doing them.
Oh shit! You don't knock out over with your truck? The combat's on. Okay, I'll follow the air support again.
Okay, coming around again.
There's heavy armor still out there.
It's my turn. Yeah. Record update. Whoa.
Shit, Mason. Straight fire took out the chopper gun. I can't make another run.
Hey.
Climb aboard, Mason. They are weak. We must finish them.
I don't know what these guys did, but we're killing them.
Our journey to victory has begun. Death to the MPLA. My friend from above! You killed many men today, huh? Yes! We all did!
Yeah, cool.
Where's Woods? The MPLA is not yet defeated. That's a very dangerous rescue, my friend! Where is he? He's being held captive by a Nicaraguan gun runner. A very dangerous man! Where? About 2 miles north. He's on a transport barge on the Tupango River. He may already be dead. Let's go, Hudson!
Yeah, at this point I feel... At this point in time with the graphics, I feel like the faces look pretty good, but they're still pretty limited on the... like the hair and the facial hair and like how the mouth moves.
I was MIA,
But,
but your old man thought I was dead. After all that shit Kravchenko did to him. The numbers.
the numbers, Mason. What did they mean?
He had no idea it was real. How the fuck could he? Kravchenko, when I sliced that bastard open, saved everyone's ass. But he comes to first. Boom. Welcome to the Hanoi Hilton. 6 months later, they shipped me over to Da Nang. And this fucking place made the Hilton look good. Lost 17 of my group. By 72, it was just me. I was not gonna die in a fucking swamp!
Coming on the convoy now.
The boys matches Smithby's intel. Woods should be inside. Bring us alongside, Hudson.
Damn it, taking fire. Shit, we're going down. Shut Mason.
Oh, God.
Clear the decks.
Okay. I'm going to call it good there. I already spent a good amount of time on this game. What's going on? Okay, was that necessary? Just like, alright, we're leaving. Alright, well, wasn't that fun? A nice trip down memory lane. Okay. I was gonna be all fancy about it, and then... well. So what I kind of want to do is, just to make it easier for me and possibly some viewers, is I don't know why I'm looking at my computer screen instead of the webcam I have set up, but I want to separate these because I'm doing quite a few different games. I want to separate them by game. So before what I was supposed to do before I closed out of the game was do a whole outro and everything, and then be all fancy about it. So I'm just going to be off for a short moment to switch games, and then I will be back. The next one we're doing is another Call of Duty. The only other Call of Duty that was actually on the Wii U, fun fact, Call of Duty Ghosts. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with that. There's a lot, even if there's no people playing, which I have a feeling it'll be even more dead than Black Ops 2. There's a lot of fun, not necessarily offline, but like AI and bot-oriented stuff that we can do with it. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with that like I used to do. And I'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned. Thanks.